for today's video. We turned the lights off.
We getting freaky with the lights off?
No, this is a video about abandoned buildings.
Abandoned buildings? Yeah, I'm out of here. See you guys.
We don't need them anyway. Abandoned building exploration videos have been a pretty big genre on YouTube for a long time. There's something fun about watching another person be confused and completely vulnerable in a situation when you're just sitting and watching from your couch. 95% of these videos end up completely safe and tame, but then there's that 5%. Today, we're going to be reacting to when abandoned building searchings went wrong.
Coker Urbex is a small YouTube channel where the uploader posts raw footage of his explorations of abandoned locations all over the US. Since 2020, Jared has uploaded over 200 videos of some pretty cool Urbex footage. In March 2022, Jared uploaded a video where he explored an abandoned dog treat manufacturing factory in Wichita, Kansas. For the first few minutes of the video, the exploration is pretty uneventful, and except for the usual couple of strange thuds and bangs that can be heard nearby, it seems like Jared's alone. Even though it's relatively common for homeless people to hide out in abandoned buildings, it doesn't seem like anyone was squatting in the factory that day. After exploring the multiple floors of the building in detail, Jared looks out the window and sees a red car pulling up to the factory and start making its way through the gates.
No, my precious Jared, no, this can't be happening.
Yeah, you just know this guy is a crazy person who is just driving around an abandoned building. Like, what type of timing are you on?
Has to be a tweaker, especially because it's in Wichita, Kansas.
The man can be seen walking through the woods toward the front entrance of the factory. To make matters much worse, it appears as though the man has something in his hands, and from a distance, it's impossible to tell whether it's something as simple as a flashlight or a potential weapon.
Loud thud, definitely something you don't want to hear in an abandoned building. Me personally, got no clue what I'm doing here. What do you think?
Well, there's a window right there. I think that's
make it work.
Best plan. I'm just kidding, but I don't know what else.
Next few minutes, Jared does his best to find a way out undetected, which is much easier said than done when you have no idea where a potentially armed man who probably knows the layout of the building much better than you do is hiding. And just when it seemed like Jared was going to make it out undetected, this happens.
Whoa, whoa.
Stop right there.
Whoa.
Who else is with you?
Oh, it's just me. You scared me to death.
Okay, get over there now.
Yeah, definitely authorities gotta look into this guy. Nobody just guards an abandoned building. I feel like that's not really too relatable.
Except if you're me and you own multiple abandoned buildings downtown, you don't know what I do during the night.
Give you handcuffs.
Huh?
Put them on. Got it?
Okay.
Either I can put them on or you can put them on. Take your pick.
I've never put on handcuffs before.
Just put them on each side of you. How's that?
Well,
Put them in front of you. That way you can carry them in front, okay?
What's going to happen?
What's going to happen is the police is going to come and then you take your name and they'll get you for criminal trespassing. It's nothing these days. A lot better than me shooting you, isn't it?
Was that what I heard?
Yeah.
What'd you shoot at?
Shoot it. See people, I shoot at them. If they run, you shoot. There you go.
If they run, I shoot. That just sounds like something a serial killer would say.
I honestly admire the preparation here. You can tell it is not this guy's first rodeo. He's did this multiple times. Pretty sure if you're not an officer, you should not just be throwing people in handcuffs. I don't know how this guy got the handcuffs. I don't know how people just get those things. I don't know what they use them for. Actually, I do, but completely different situation.
Yeah, needless to say, you can't just be throwing strangers into handcuffs.
Is about to leave and holds him hostage, even ordering him to put on a pair of handcuffs. During the exchange, it's hard to tell if the man is in his right mind, which makes the fact that he's carrying a fully equipped assault rifle that much more disturbing. At one point in the conversation, the man orders Jared to get into his car, and at that point, Jared doesn't really have a choice.
What we're going to do is we'll throw your camera and your bag in the trunk, okay? I'll put my gun in there too. All right? We'll get in a little red car, let's drive up here, set everything out, the police will come, they'll ask you for your driver's license, and they'll give you a little ticket.
Yeah, definitely what I want to do with my Thursday evening. Try to get a quick video in to pay the bills. And we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre over here trying to get me in his car.
Cops took an hour and a half to get there. Disturbingly, when the cops finally arrived and while they were all talking, they saw two kids go up to the factory the same way Jared had, at which point the man looked the cops dead in the eye and said that if he saw the kids inside the factory, he was going to shoot them. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. As Jared was being taken to the police station for trespassing, the cops got a report that two kids had been shot at the factory. Thankfully, it turned out that the man was bluffing with his weapon, which was only loaded with non-lethal pellets. But still, the kids had to be taken to the hospital to be treated for their wounds. During the investigation, the man was identified as 62-year-old Ken Thomas, and even after shooting at the two kids, he was only sentenced to 2 years probation. Since that day, Jared hasn't gone back to the abandoned factory again.
Maybe if you don't want people at your abandoned factory, maybe like put up a sign or something. Don't shoot kids with fake bullets, like crazy people, bro.
Real estate investors walked into a distressed property in the Angora neighborhood of Southwest Philadelphia. The visit to the distressed house started out pretty ordinarily, but a few minutes in, just as one of the investors was about to walk up the staircase leading to the second floor, they noticed something extremely disturbing.
Look at this walking track right here. Look. Wire, right, that goes up.
Look at the nail
to a
over
knife
there.
system. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that kills somebody,
Look
bro.
what is there, the knife. Right there. You see the wire?
You don't see the knife up there?
Right here, you see this wire going over here?
A wire hanging on a knife. That thing could just go right through your heart.
Yeah, this is only in West Philadelphia. Like, why does this have to happen in such a great area?
Appears to be some sort of booby trap system built into the staircase. Had any of them followed through with walking up the staircase, a seemingly innocent house walkthrough could have turned bad very quickly. After analyzing the booby trap for a few minutes, they decided to activate it to see what would have happened to the investor if he had continued climbing the flight of stairs.
Alright, here you got it.
Yeah.
Send this.
Look at where you tripping. Stop at the
Yeah.
bottom of the step.
You think?
Yeah.
What is it?
At the step.
Who?
Look at that. Yo, that straight up killed you right in the head.
Look at it.
Yo, that's right.
No.
If they make a Home Alone horror movie, I know the first booby trap I'm putting in there. I'm writing that.
I mean, they do make horror movies based on wholesome things all the time nowadays. I mean, just look at Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
look
they
at
turned Winnie the
Steamboat
Pooh.
Willie. They did it all.
Recorded the whole thing, mentioned that he was used to finding some pretty strange things in the distressed houses he often renovates. But even though he was no stranger to abandoned dogs, homeless people squatting, and drug houses with bags and scales, he had never been this close to losing his life, much less to a booby-trapped house. Shockingly, even after what happened, the investors still went on to explore the rest of the house, buy it, and renovate it. Fortunately, they didn't run into any more traps along the way.
Me personally, I would have left the house immediately because you would think this psychopath would have more than just one booby trap. Imagine how fast this would have hit his head or like maybe even his heart. At least it ended somewhat happy. This is my dog and she told me in fluent Japanese that you need to subscribe. Just kidding. I paid her to say that.